seat. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
Like tumeka kwa kitimoto.
Bayani kitimoto. Lakini I like the fact that tuko unaenda na shorts. Yeah. Na ukose kuvaa viatu.
Period.
Unakuja tu hivyo.
Next time you're taking over fully. Let's start off with the Daily Nation. Ruto and Gideon in State House talks. Strange bedfellows. The president and former Baringa senator have had frosty ties. They saying President Ruto yesterday hosted his political opponent Gideon Moi, a son of the country's second head of state, with whom he has had a long-running rivalry, for talks that signal a thawing of relations. Sources said they discussed the upcoming by-election for the Baringa Senate seat, which the KANU chairman is keen to recapture, with the ruling party desperate to bag it. The two camps, however, gave conflicting accounts of the outcome of the meetings. According to, did you say something?
A few years back, before, when the former president, Daniel Arap Moi, was still alive, and many people were trooping to Kabarak, to the Kabarak home to see the president then, the former president then. And one of those people was William Ruto. He wasn't president. I think he was still deputy president. Akaenda kule, he landed there with a chopper, I think, and he was driving there. Just go back. Just go back. You cannot see this president today. No, Why? Just go back. That's how bad their rivalry was.
Oh, wow.
Now you see them talking, and that's why it's actually a big headline. Gideon Moi, William Ruto sitting in one room. A few years back, it was unheard of.
Politics, game of politics.
Politics. There are no permanent friends or enemies in politics. That's the one thing that I say.
All right. The KANU official, one of them is saying the head of state was of the opinion that he steps down from the Baringa senatorial race for the UDA candidate and consider his candidacy in 2027, but the chairman politely declined. Other quick headlines here. Top judge fights bribery claims. That story is on page 4. That is Justice. It is Isaac Lenaola. Yes. Religion, church preaches wine and drinks it from a new bottle. That is the Catholic Church.
That's a very interesting story. They say the Catholic Church has adopted a new wine, a brand to celebrate Holy Mass. They changed to adoption of a South African brewed wine from October 4th. Wanasema ile ingine mmezoea sana, munaenda munanunua church wine, munakaa nayo nyumbani, hiyo ndo munakunywa. Sasa wamesema wameachana. Now they have their own brand.
Hiyo pia tutatafuta. How state borrowed 95 billion shillings in 4 months is another story, and we'll take a look at it. Pale Business Daily, walikuwa nasema we are borrowing around 6 billion per week. Forged DNA test, 10 million shillings loan, and a bitter paternity dispute. Outrageous Treasury PS nubs House team 16 times. That's the Daily Nation.
Kena rakaraka, the Standard, the JKIA cocaine trail. In ile CCTV footage links a cabinet minister's aide to an alleged drug trafficker. The JKIA cocaine storm has burst into the heart of government, fueling fears that Kenya's gateway to the world has been turned into a smuggler's corridor under official watch. That's a big story on pages 6 and 7 of this paper. But a bit of politics here, and this is also very interesting, why Kalonzo is most sought after politician. When you realize that politicians are targeting one of their own, like wanasema Kalonzo amefanya hivi, Kalonzo amefanya hivi, that means kuna kitu pale. Wanasema once dismissed as indecisive and mocked as a watermelon, Kalonzo Musyoka staged a stunning political comeback. Today, both President William Ruto and the opposition admit that the Wiper leader holds the key to State House 2027. Kila mtu anataka Kalonzo. Kitambo ilikuwa huyo ni watermelon, sasa kila mtu anataka Kalonzo.
Taifa Leo, mkubwa mkaidi ni katibu wa Wizara ya Fedha Chris Kipto anakumbwa na presha kali kutoka kwa wabunge kwa kukosa vikao vya kamati ya bunge mara 16, ambapo alitarajiwa kutoa maelezo kuhusu matumizi ya fedha za umma. Taarifa ya kamati ya bunge ni kwamba kikwazo kikubwa ni kuendelea kukosa kufika mbele ya kamati licha ya kualikwa mara kwa mara. Ruto na Moi wakutana katika Ikulu. Habari hiyo tumezungumzia katika gazeti la The Daily Nation. Gen Z wakaa ngumu kule Madagascar, and this is interesting. Rais wa Madagascar Andry Rajoelina ashinikiza kuondoka madarakani, Gen Z wakikataa kushiriki mazungumzo ya kitaifa.
Gen Z wanaleta shida kila mahali na wanataka answers and solutions sahi. Hakuna kungoja.
Ama ni Kenyans to set that pace?
Hey, well, I don't know.
Alenga kuvunja rekodi ya dunia ya kupika kwa muda mrefu zaidi. Habari hiyo katika ukurasa wa 5. Huyu ni mpishi Yusuf Ali Garani. Na sababu za kanisa Katoliki kubadilisha divai yake. Uholanzi na Croatia pazuri hii leo. Masuala ya spoti, Taifa Leo.
Kutoka Taifa Leo tuende kwenye People Daily. Wanasema the one-term wave and Ruto's growing fear, definitely linked to the kind of things we've been seeing in Africa. Even Rajoelina is facing something similar. The African way. an unmistakable single-term wind of change is reshaping presidential politics across the continent. Voters are ejecting incumbents faster than ever, signaling fatigue with populist promises that collapse under corruption, economic distress, and rising cost of living. Lakini wameweka picha ya nani ameshika ile kisu alisema isi ya kukata mboga, inaweza kukumaliza. People Daily. Na pale juu, the impact of prolonged lecturer strike on students. That story continues.
The Star Treasury data state borrowed 6 billion shillings per week in 4 months. County borrowing 795.8 million shillings per day and 532.4 million shillings every hour.
Every hour. Hey.
Kama unadhani hakuna pesa ni wewe hauna.
Ni wewe peke yako.
Let me show you the way Matiang'i quotes Natembeya, another story here given prominence on the front page. Report how MPs crippled IEBC almost derailed the 2027 election. That story is on page 7. The Star, fresh, independent and different. Busia organized criminal enterprise, say senator, is another story.
Senators wako Busia this week for Senate Mashinani. Yeah. So a lot of focus on Busia as a county.
All right.
All right, Business Daily. World Bank pushes for higher VAT excise duty. Multilateral lenders propose tax hikes to clear pending bills. Hiyo pending bills ni situ tutalipa. Higher VAT and excise duty. The World Bank has asked Kenya to consider additional consumption taxes like excise duty and value-added tax to clear mounting supply. Unajua watu wa Kenya wafikiria hizi vitu ni watu wengine wanalipa VAT na excise duty. Ni wewe. Hata ukienda kupewa receipt ya supermarket ama ya wapi, ukiangalia kuna VAT umekatwa. Yeah. So ukisikia VAT inaenda juu, ni wewe, sio mtu mwingine. Na the World Bank has said VAT iende juu, excise iende juu, ndio tuweze kufanya nini? Kulipa pending bills. Kwa hivyo inarudi tu kwako, mfuko ile ya mmoja tu yako. Industries cut use of cheap power at night. Kwingineko hapa, KRA sets new customs record with 85 billion shilling receipts in September. Win for tycoon Munga in battle for trans-century shares, and finally investors get 4.3 billion discount in Kenya's Eurobond auction. That's the Business Daily.
All right, those are the stories making headlines locally.
Once again, a reminder that on State of the Nation will be having Wilson Sosion, Dr. Peter Mbai and Zakaria Baraza in a few minutes' time.
All right, tomorrow being Mazingira Day, we'll be having a conversation about Tree Growing Day with Henry Kimani, manager, John Yutu Foundation, and James Kamau, founder and chairman, the Millennial Environmentalist. Let's take a look at the caricatures now. And